Okay, y'all, so you want to do a bread run. Okay, this is the first thing. You unbox your machine, you do all the things, and then you have to let it sit 24 hours, so be patient. I was like, oh, I just have to wait? So just know you can't just like dive right into it. There's a few steps. You've got to let it just sit for 24 hours because inside it has to, like, you know, it's been tossed around. You probably slid it out of your car by yourself and drug it in the house by yourself. Anyway, so it's probably got tossed around. Don't ask me how I know. So now you have to just let it sit. So be patient. Don't do anything yet. Don't even do your bread run yet. After 24 hours, you can do your bread run. So you will have all your 4 trays. It'll come with 4 trays designed for your machine. So I have the small. It's actually a pretty nice size. Again, I maybe would get the medium next time. But the small's pretty good. I put 3 slices of bread, just white bread, cheap bread. I spritzed them both sides with water. I did add a splash of vinegar because it's supposed to do a test of the machine, make sure everything's set up correctly, you're not having any leaks, and it helps get rid of any like machine oils or any kind of like manufacturer scents or things like that. So every tray I did it. You'll see lots of different things, and I don't know if one way is better than the other. I saw one person just with 1 slice of bread. I saw another person just crumble up a whole bunch of bread. Some people spritzed it, some people didn't, but the book says moist bread, so I spritzed it, which was totally fine. So once I spritzed them all, they're ready to go, and it's intimidating. Okay, you're gonna turn your machine on in the back. And remember, your pump is plugged into the back of the machine, not the wall. The pump is connected to the machine. Okay, so that's been a common thing that even I was unsure about. So the very, very, very first time you set up your machine, you can name it if you want. You can always go back and do it later. It'll tell you, it'll prompt you the very first time, and it will save your settings from the very first setup, and you can always adjust your settings later. So the best advice, because I was like, I don't know, I didn't research it, is the machine just gonna shut off by itself? What if I'm at work? So everyone adds extra dry time. So in the beginning, just do it. It'll save you a bunch of headache. So you can go to customize. Let me slide you up. Slide you up. Okay, y'all, just for a reminder, there are your 2 plugs. Your machine's plugged into the wall, and the other one is your pump plugged into the machine. And then this is your on-off switch right here. So the machine's not going to turn on yet. It's just on, but it's not running. It's not going to run until you do a start button. But in the very beginning, you can do some adjustments. Sometimes people will do a functional test. They'll make some adjustments. I actually did not do that. I didn't change anything there. What I did is you go to customize, and my manufacturer setting was 0, and I left it there. I just barely turned it to -10 for my candy. Extra freeze time, I left it at that. My dry temperature, I left it there. So here's your extra dry time. Just set that your very, very, very first time to 24. And you can always keep adding more dry time if you need it. It'll only go to 24. So just do that and just save it. Okay, so now we're ready to start. And start just means it's going to start cooling this down. It won't matter yet if your drain valve is open or closed, but I always, at this point, I just close it. So I'm going to go ahead and close it, which means perpendicular. It's closed. And then I'm going to go ahead and just hit start. That's just going to cool your machine down for 15 minutes. It always wants you to do that. At this point, there's no vacuum suction. You don't put your food in yet, or whatever you're going to freeze dry. And it'll just count for 15 minutes, but it won't alert you that 15 minutes is up. So I usually just am doing other things. I'm getting my bread ready. And then when the 15 minutes is up, you'll open it up and put your trays in. Okay, y'all, I don't need to do a bread run right now, but just imagine I have 3 slices of bread. I've sprayed them. I flipped them over. I sprayed them again. So they're nice and damp. You want moist bread for your bread run. And then again, I just added a splash of vinegar. Just because some people use vinegar, or you put vinegar in your spray bottle. Again, it's for odors, it's, you know, just to make a nice damp product to test your machine out. So in the meantime, I'm getting that all ready. I've just got everything set, ready to go. And again, it does say wait for 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, so I lost track of time. It's been 17 minutes. So now it says load trace into the freeze dryer and make sure you close your drain valve. So always just double check. So yes, it is closed. Okay, y'all, I'm totally getting my hair done today, so it's a little bit crazy. So it's ready to go. Okay, it's ready to go. You know, you can't wait till like life is perfect for you to make videos, right? Okay, so don't worry about opening this right now because there's no suction yet. I was so terrified about opening this for some reason. So pretend my bread is on here, my damp bread. This looks a little bit off center. And there's starting to be just a slight kind of icy condensation inside because the inside is just cooling down. The inside is currently to 59. So pretend this all has bread on here. And if it doesn't go in completely, just give it a little jiggle because sometimes even the little trays, they start to get just a little bit of moisture or condensation or something. So you should be able to put those all in easily. Yeah, like that one, I'm like, okay, why is it getting stuck? But it's just a little condensation and I can put that in there again. So my hose is loose below. That is fine. Now you're gonna go ahead and shut it. Do a double twist. Preferably you have looked around here and you can see a teeny black line. I'll do a close-up of that. Okay, so this is what you're kind of looking for. You see that black, darker black? That's just showing me that I have contact. See how it gets thinner over here? And I used to have a gap, I think, like right in here. But as long as it's got some black of a line, there's just lint. Sorry, just collect a lot of lint. Then you should be good. If not, pull this away from the wall to make sure you've got a seal. And then we're just gonna hit continue. That's it. The machine's gonna do the rest. As long as you have everything correct, you've got your drain valve closed, you've got your pump plugged into your machine, you've got the pump on in the back. That is always going to be O. And this is your on switch here too. This is what confused me, is because the little line is actually on. Whereas this one, the O means on.